Before that, I did a lot of theater, although my mother would not let me take acting lessons because she thought it was very unhealthy for children to be actors, and she did not want to be a stage mom. So I was very upset and disappointed that I was not allowed to take acting lessons, but I was allowed to take ballet lessons because all young ladies should take ballet lessons to be graceful. So I was very attracted to the dramatic part of ballet, you know, the old classic ballets like Giselle and Swan Lake and things like that, because they were really theatrical and dramatic. And as far as acting, I still did it anyway, even though I wasn't taking lessons. That's basically what I did for fun, is I would put on plays in my backyard with my friends. That's what I was always doing. I was putting on these little plays, or if my parents had company for dinner, I would put on a play for the company. And that's just what I did. And then when I first saw my first Giselle and Swan Lake, I think also The Dying Swan, it just hit me like, this is kind of like the most, I thought of it at the time as the highest form of acting, because you didn't use words, and it was the most direct way to communicate and connect with people directly, just through your energy and your body language, so that anybody could understand. And even though I love words and language still, you know, I love words and I love language and I love poetry, still there's something so direct about dance, you know, that it goes beyond words, and it's just universal, right? You know, every moment of it is completely universal. So when I saw these great ballerinas, it was really the great ballerinas I saw when they came to Miami, that made me fall in love with dance. Up until then, it was kind of like a chore that I went to dance class because my mother wanted me to. But then once I saw what it could be, then it was a whole new world for me. And I started training actually with a private teacher, who also recognized my, you know, kind of unique point of view as a choreographer, because she would interview her students before accepting them. And my mother wouldn't even take me to the interview because, again, she didn't want to be a stage mother. So she didn't want to like be pushing a performing arts career. But my friend's mother took me to this interview, and this ballet teacher said, kind of similar to what you asked me, what's the first memory you have of dancing, or what does dance mean to you, or when do you dance, and what do you do that has to do with dance? And I said, oh, well, I just put on music and dance around my house all the time, you know. And I also, like when it's raining, I put on a cloak and I run down the street in the rain with my hair trailing behind me. And she said, well, may I see something that you do? If I put on music, will you show me something that you do? So I did. And she said, you are like Isadora Duncan. Well, of course, I had never heard of Isadora Duncan. I had no idea who that was. So I got, you know, I immediately read books about her, and I said, yeah, this is what I do. This is what I do, you know? So that was kind of a revelation. And so she, you know, helped me learn techniques so that I could do it better. And then she had this idea of having this wonderful ballet school, and that she was going to start the nucleus of this future ballet school. And she had a beginning and advanced and intermediate male and female student, and I became the advanced female student. And she just, it was kind of like a hothouse to grow these very special artists. And she taught us that to be trained in ballet, you have to understand all types of dance. So she introduced us to all types of dance and theater. And that's how I came to see flamenco for the first time, because she took us to a flamenco performance. And but you know, before that, and in addition to that, not only did we have ballet class every day, but we learned variations and pas de deux and all, you know, classical ballet choreography. So it's just an amazing opportunity. But when I saw my first flamenco performance, I just said, oh, that's my art form. That's me. Because it was dance, music, theater, singing. I mean, especially there was one piece where they sang a poem by Garcia Lorca, and it was the cante hondo, that singing that is just so deep and emotional. And then this duet that was just so intense. And I said, this is my art form. It's everything that I love in one art form. And I just knew that immediately.